Hello everybody, my name is Evan, but you can call me the Book Critic. Today is the day I make my first review. So what book am I reviewing for my first review? Well, today we will be reviewing the newest installment in the Diary of Wimpy Kid saga. Diary of Wimpy Kid, the third wheel. Let's begin. As we all know, Diary of Wimpy Kid is a hilarious, well-made book series written by the great Jeff Kinney. It stars a self-obsessed character named Greg Heffley, who in his many wacky adventures through middle school. But let's waste no time and start the review. So as I said before, the story centers around Greg Heffley, a typical middle school kid who thinks he's the coolest guy on earth. Anyway, in each of the books, Greg faces new problems and has to learn how to deal with them. And usually each problem has a pretty funny resolution. The problems he faces in this book are problems most middle school kids deal with. In this book, his uncle moves in with him, and he has trouble finding a date to the dance. In the end, it's either him or his best friend Rowley who is going to get a date. I'm not going to spoil the ending for you guys, but it's pretty funny. Anyway, now that we're done talking about the story, let's move on to the characters. Greg Heffley, the main protagonist of the story, is okay. He acts like a complete jerk to his friends, and he only really thinks of himself. However, by the end of the book, he gets what he deserves, and he's pretty likable despite being a jerkwad. Now, unlike the other books in the series, the other characters don't play much of a part. That really disappointed me, but the only other character who really plays an important role is Greg's uncle, Uncle Gary. Like I said before, Uncle Gary moves in with Greg. However, they really don't show how much this affects Greg's life. There are a few parts where they talk about the problems living with him, but they're small problems, like him hogging the computer all day. Most of the book, he just sleeps and gives Greg advice on girls. That's about it. Now, the illustrations in this book are okay. I mean, they're badly drawn, but since this is supposed to be a diary of a middle school kid, you wouldn't expect it to be goodly drawn. What did I just say, goodly? You wouldn't expect it to be drawn good. So, the artwork is okay. Overall, I think this book is an okay book. It's funny, and it's just a lot of fun to read. Let's go to the score sheet. It's hard unfolding stuff with only one hand. Okay, so this is what I call the score sheet. It's pretty much where I judge the characters based on character, story, illustration, length, and then give my final score. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin. First is the characters. Like I said before, the only characters who play a main part in the story is Greg and Uncle Gary. And while Greg is okay, Uncle Gary's pretty lame. I give this 2.5 stars. Next is story. Now, the story is funny, hilarious, and it kept me interested. It's pretty good. However, there are still a few small nitpicks I have with it that I won't even bother mentioning. The story gets a 3 out of 5. Illustration is next. Like I said, the illustration is whimsical, but it's a diary that belongs to a middle school kid. It's not going to be like Picasso. So, it should be whimsical. So I give the illustration a 3 out of 5 stars. Next is Link. Now the book is about 213 pages, which is, it's pretty standard, and it's full of a lot of funny content, and funny pictures, and just an interesting story. So I give the Link a 4 out of 5 stars. Next is my final score. The overall score I give this book is 3.5 stars. Which is pretty average. Like I said before, this is a funny, entertaining book. I would recommend you check it out. Anyway, thanks for watching my first review, and there's going to be more where this come from. So, yeah, thank you. There will be more reviews like this later. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Peace out.